Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. I have a Challenger review for you today. This is Broxah over on the European West server. Obviously, he's now joined Team Liquid in the off-season, going to be moving to North America, but obviously Broxah, really famous over in Fnatic the last couple of years, world finalist in 2018, and has won a bunch of Elise titles. So let's jump into the review here. He does a really good job this game of securing dragons. They actually get 4 dragons and Elder Dragon, despite he was actually playing behind from most of this game. So they actually lose like all 3 outer towers. Like, definitely not a good position, but Broxah plays skirmishes really well, utilizes Elise's ganking power. This is actually a pretty messy game in terms of lots of skirmishes, lots of kills, especially since we're versing like Elise in like Echo and, you know, Camille. Like, there's just a lot of fighting. But we'll obviously break it down here the way Broxah wins this game. So let's take a look at Broxah's runes first. So this is pretty standard, going Electrocute, Cheap Shot. You can go Sudden Impact here. Sudden Impact's more if you want consistent damage with Qs, but Cheap Shot also works obviously really well with Elise. Hit the Cocoon, you're going to do maximum damage. Zombie Ward just for that extra vision, River Control, Relentless Hunter, and then we have Absolute Focus and Water Walking. Again, purpose of having that River Control, sweeping, sitting there, being an assassin, waiting for someone to walk in, one shot in them. So this is the ultimate like DPS build. Burst build from Broxah, which is pretty much cookie cutter on Elise. You can go Magical Footwear and Cosmic Insight, but this build's fine as well. Alright, so he sweeps there. I'm not sure why so he actually starts Oracle Lens, but they actually saw him sweep, so they can actually free ward now. So I'm not sure why he sweeped there. Like, there's no way they would have placed the ward if he got there at the same time they did. But yeah, a bit of a misplay from Broxah there. So unfortunately they do have vision of his Raptor camp. But just starting blue right now. Blue into Gromp, doing Wolves, so typical 3 camp bot side, got level 3 now. So in terms of matchups and where Broxah wants to be looking to gank this game, so we have Nocturne who's constantly going to be pushing out top, really not going to be gankable, really hard to gank sort of a Camille as well. Like, she would need to either be committing onto Nocturne or just be there for a counter gank. Mid, definitely gankable, especially right now, the situation with the wave is right now. Echo's actually pushing this this Veigar in, and obviously Veigar has the cage to follow up CC. There's no way Echo can get out. Definitely gankable. And then we have a Janna, Philios bot lane. We have Nautilus Lucian, definitely looking to gank bot lane as well. I would be looking at Nautilus hooks are really, really good on Janna. And Elise actually is pretty good into Janna as well, because she obviously can't really kite you because you're basically like a semi-range champion. Alright, so he's got red buff here. Now doing Raptor camp. Echo has gone missing. Looks like he's actually just warded here. So, potentially not really going to be able to gank mid without it being obvious. Oh, let's get up the scoreboard. Alright, so now he's looking to go and check what's going on with Lee Sin. So he gets the Rift Scuttler here. Sees Lee Sin here. Unfortunately, Nocturne dies, and there's nothing really much he can do here. He doesn't have top lane like anymore, and just decides to back off. Alright, so perfect timing gank here. Echo commits to him. Lee Sin decides to come for a counter gank. Broxah decides, I really want to kill this Echo, but needs to start peeling Lee Sin here. Alright, he should win this fight pretty convincingly. Lee Sin's forced to... Oh, so he does trade flash for that. I don't think that's worth it. I mean, at least Q is like not an execute at all. It does like literally no damage. Potentially could have flash Q'd maybe and then eat away. Actually, I don't know. Anyway, he burns they trade flashes, not the worst. John actually comes here, he gets away, Echo TPs. So Lee Sin's sticking around, and Broxah's just helping out his Echo. Decides to get this Rift Scuttler as well. So this is really good. He's gotten 2 Rift Scuttlers now. Definitely going to have a big experience and gold advantage over the Lee Sin, and they get the kill on the Flashes Echo here. So, alright start right now. Broxah's obviously assisted in those 2 kills for his team. Decides to invade and bases. So he's basing on 1400 gold now. Gets some blue, but actually switches it out to red smite. I I think definitely Red Smart's the way to go. He's versing a bunch of melee champions here. Like, you don't really need that extra, that slow to get on these. Like, you're going to be fighting in melee range most of the time anyway. So, the Red Smart just gives you that extra damage kick. Alright, so he's now walking out of base, heading top side, clear his Krugs. Looking to potentially counter gank this top. Alright, so unfortunately Echo does roam up, so there's no way Broxah can do much here. Just decides to soak up some experience and gold here. Nocturne doesn't have TP. Alright, so Echo comes back here. I'm not sure if Broxah saw this. Alright, they actually go on him and he dies there, so bit unfortunate. I think that maybe Broxah should have been a little bit cautious in terms of like the way he's moving his character right now. Like, he's literally saw Echo like pop up there and now he's walking towards them and he doesn't have repel. No, he didn't even get the chance because Lee Sin kicked him. Alright, so yeah, so not the best start. I mean, like, you know, obviously assisting those 2 kills, but really didn't do much at the top there. Bot is getting some kills here, but Nocturne's not doing very well top. I mean, it's still pretty much even. So goes bot here, clears his camps. So Dragon is a pretty big objective here. Unfortunately, mid's not pushed in. Vega's bot right here has to base, so we can't really do Dragon yet. But he does have a control ward to control River here. So we see Echo bot, we see the Aphilos bot. There's 3 bot right now. Nautilus is doing something mid, not sure what he's doing there, but Broxah decides just to do his jungle camps. There's not much he can do right now. Alright, so Lee Sin shows down here is just clearing Broxah's control ward. And this is what Elise wants to do. You want to sit here and just be waiting. Like, potentially walk in here, pick people off. Like, this is the way you want to be playing Elise. You're like a king of River. So he uses his sweeper just to check for some wards. Still hanging around. So Broxah obviously really wants to get this dragon because he has river control. Like, obviously he's got zombie ward proc in here. He has the Rift Scuttler. He wants to potentially get a gank or something off, but Lee Sin is still here. So look at this. He just decides to do dragon. He's like, stuff it. Like, I'm just going to do dragon. Like, he knows that they don't have vision here because he sweeped it, and he obviously had a control ward here earlier. So he literally just takes this in front of like there's no real priority. Like, this is like just knowing that he has river control and he's Elise. So he takes the dragon, first drag of the game, and gets the kill on Lee Sin. No, he does get away. Looking for him with the potential repel, but this is really good. Gets fire dragons. Fire dragons are always handy. Alright, so he goes bot here to obviously get some turret plates and maybe deny some experience and gold from the enemy ADC, but he really should be going top here. Like, I'm not sure why. Like, his entire camps are up here. If he wants to come down here and like re-gank bot or something, like, I really think he should, because right now, if him showing bot, he's just giving Lee Sin the opportunity to take this red buff, right? Like, you're not going to get much, like he gets like 2 turret plates, like, sure, but, you know, he's going to potentially lose his red buff for this. I mean, look at Lee Sin right now. He's literally taking his red buff. Alright, so now he's going top side. How much gold does he have? Doesn't have enough for control wards, unfortunately. So this Nocturne's having a very, very difficult time right now. There's not much Broxah can do here. Maybe look to defend the tower. Nocturne does have TP. So he's actually looking for a kill on this Camille. He gets her base in here and gets the kill. So really, really good check from Broxah there. Now looking for the enemy Lee Sin, but he shows up on blue. So just backing off. There's not much he can do here. He doesn't have any control of river or anything like that. So just clearing his camps, being efficient with his time. Alright, so looking to potentially help out bot here. Nautilus isn't here, but he just wants to hover here, obviously pressure, push this out. At this stage, like, he's just, because he was bot side, doing his camps, like, he's just committing to this now. Like, I mean, now that he's shown, he needs to really commit to this because he's just going to lose Rift Herald now. And, I mean, obviously Nocturne's not doing much top, so I think it is a good idea to be looking to focus bot side here. And they get a kill on the enemy ADC, so this is really good. Looks like they're also going to catch out this Echo. Alright, so enemy team actually gets Rift Herald there. Lee Sin takes it. Goes to clear his blue now, and they're really pressuring top side. So this looks like top tower is going to potentially break here. Broxah is trying to come here and defend this. I really think Broxah should be bot side. I think he really should have overcommitted to bot side. Like, he's like not many camps are up. He should have just done blue and then really tried to dive this. Like at this point, like there's just no way that he's going to be able to do much here at all. And bot actually dies here. So this is really bad. They've just lost a tower there. They haven't got this tower. They haven't traded correctly sides of the map, and their bot lane has just died. So we got a 0-4 Nocturne. Like, bot's died 5 times right here. I feel this doesn't have much CS, but yeah, definitely on the back foot right now. So let's see what Broxah does now. So he comes here, ganks this Echo mid, but probably going to get away. Uses Sprite about to dodge his cocoon. Just decides to base. Doesn't have enough for a control ward, unfortunately. I mean, he maybe could have stayed in base, but he obviously wants to just come down for this dragon now, start preparing for this. He does have bot priority right here, so they just get a pick on Camille there. So Camille literally came down for the dragon fight, and they literally just get the pick. So Nautilus Elise is definitely a really good combo. They're engaging mid, they actually get the Echo, so sort of a bit of a comeback here. That's the second drag of the game now. Unfortunately, it looks like this is going to go south for them. Maybe not. Burns flash. Alright, so Lucian wasn't there. Maybe should have just backed off, done in his camps instead of going for that fight. Like, if you really think about it, like, even though sure they have the advantage, they have used a lot of their abilities. Obviously Nocturne's blown ult. Nautilus doesn't have ult, so like fighting like this, you're not really fighting over much. Like, Lucian's not there. Nocturne's pretty useless now. Like, he doesn't really have ult, and Veigar's low. Like, really should have just backed off. Lucian actually does a really good kick there. But you always need to think about, like, what are you fighting over? You know, like right now, all Broxah's jungle camps are up right now. Like, let's just do them. There's no point letting the team like get back. So now, like, they've literally they have like a 4K gold lead. You know, just from that. But goes topside here, looking to defend his jungle. Alright, so it gets a really good flank. Like, this is a game where Elise is really strong. Flanks with, you know, people not knowing when you're there. You can get a good E off, and they get that kill. Camille commits to try and kill in. Really like this E from Broxah here on plants. That's another thing you can repel on plants. Like you see here, Camille tries to commit. He doesn't really know where he's going to go, and then he gets away, and we get 3 kills there. So 3 kills from the skirmish. Like, again, this is a really messy game, but this is, Elise loves like these style of games, because Elise is obviously a really, really good skirmisher, as you can tell. Alright, so just clearing camps, decides to base. He has 10 stacks of Dark Seal right now, which is pretty good. Does he get Magi's? No, he doesn't get Magi's now. So he's building Morello's right now. He does get, yep, 1 control ward from base. Fortunately can't avoid by 2 off that. Alright, looking to potentially help his Lucian here, get some control of bot side. Just sitting here, just waiting. He's literally just waiting, like, just patiently waiting for the chance to strike in river. Alright, so this is a bit hard. We don't have much vision at all of the game right now, which makes it, I mean, Broxah is literally just trying to just wait for them to walk into ward. But there's really not much they can do on the aggressive. They need to push out lanes first before they can actually do anything. So, you're just camping here with Nautilus, but no one's checking here with the enemy team. Alright, so it looks to go kill this overextended Echo. Lee Sin does appear here, gets a really good cocoon. Lee Sin literally can't do anything. Alright, so gets the kill on Lee Sin. That's good for some shutdown gold. Alright, going potentially top here, but Camille backs off, just clear Raptor camp. So Broxah's doing a really good job of still being efficient here. Like he's farming very well with this game. He knows that there's nothing for him to do right now. Like they don't have any vision, there's no objectives up, just farm. Like there's no reason for you to be going for any sort of fights. Because the thing that makes this game so hard is because they've lost 3, like this is why the enemy team has full control, full vision of the map. Like they haven't got a single tower right now, and they have 3 of the outer towers. So they can constantly be pushing, taking their jungle as much as possible. That's why Broxah also wants to be taking his jungle off spawn, just so then he's not getting denied his jungle camps. Alright, so going bot to prepare for dragon here. He sees a bunch topside, and we do have some river control here, so this is really good. This is why control wards are so important, because we can make sure that the enemy team can't see us and we can see them. Alright, so potentially a little risky here. He is alone, but his team's coming up now. Burns Echo ult, but Nocturne isn't here, so this is actually going to go pretty south for them. Okay, so potentially needed to wait for Nocturne before doing any sort of fight there. Unfortunately, he's going to have to concede this dragon now. There's nothing they can do here. Vega's dead, Nautilus is dead. Decides the base, gets a control ward. Should have got 2 control wards. Always get 2 control wards from base, especially at this stage in the game. It just really helps you, start controlling, defending their jungle, and, start setting up Baron potentially. But they can't really set up Baron at all right now because they're constantly going to be on the defense because they need to start breaking these towers, otherwise they're never going to have priority in lanes. So really all they can do really is just fight now. Like there's just not much they can do but potentially look to get a fight that they win, and look to like start getting these towers and maybe even Baron. So it's actually really good. We kill Elise in there. Using his sweeper, just constantly using his sweeper off cooldown to control. Right, so he's walking into the jungle here, looking for again picks. But this is a little risky, and it looks like he's going to probably die here. He's versing a full health Camille right now, just doesn't have enough damage to one-shot her. And like this is just like 101 sort of League of Legends. Like he's walking into here, 2 versus 3. I mean, it's not even, Vega can't even really help. Vega's like pretty low already. There's just not, like it is good to be going for picks constantly on Elise, but you need to sort of pick it. And I guess it's sort of unlucky that Camille sort of just popped up there. It's the right idea, but a little bit greedy from Broxah there. So unfortunately is dead now. Baron is an objective that's up, and Lee Sin is alive now, so they could potentially be looking to pressure that right now with Broxah being dead. Right, still not buying 2 control wards, which I don't really like to see. Definitely shouldn't be having 2 control wards. Like, the map is just so dark right now for them. Again, because they don't have any of these towers. Like, Nautilus is the only one, like, warding. Alright, so going to red, but a fight's breaking out here. Echo is forced to burn his ultimate. Vega gets a really good cage on the enemy ADC. Alright, so using Zombie Ward and his Control Ward to control this now. Obviously the enemy ADC is dead, so they have numbers advantage. All they want to be doing now is looking to push this, and this is where they can start pressuring. This is really good that they're getting these picks, because now they can start moving up forward towards like the map, instead of just being stuck in their jungle. So this is potentially a little risky again from Broxah. Like, he's walking into like no vision. He doesn't know where the enemy team is, but they are mid, they do pressure that, so he's fine. His team kills Lee Sin. But Broxah does fall. Alright, so they're starting to climb back in terms of team fights. So now gold's now down to 2k. Broxah was sort of just a sacrifice to that fight, so then his team could win. Alright, so he's looking to build. He's not even finishing his. He's just sitting on Oblivion Orb and looking to just get Zhonya's Hourglass next, which is a really good item with Elise. It's really annoying to be versing Elise when she has Repel and Zhonya's, because she has so many tools to like just waste your time and survive. Alright, so going bot side now, looking for 3rd dragon. Looking for some picks mid with Veigar cage, but these guys looks like they're just going to back off. Actually, no, Norse gets a really good hook there. Great. So, Lee Sin's dead. But Nocturne actually starts to engage here, so this is probably a good team fight. They kill 3 people. Alright, but we got a grouped up team into an Echo here. This is potentially dangerous. But it does work out, but unfortunately now they can't get Baron or anything like that because there's only a Veigar and Elise alive. They're just not going to get that fast enough. Just decides to get Dragon. So, yeah, really, really good now. They're starting to crawl back. Broxah's doing an excellent job this game to be skirmishing, fighting. That's third Dragon. Bases. On 2,000 gold. Going to finish off his Zhonyas. Gets his Magi's and 2 control wards. So I love this base much better than the other ones where he didn't get 2 control wards. Now we're looking to control Baron, push out these lanes, maybe safely look for Lucian to push out top lane just by hovering him, and then we can look to slowly get control of this Baron. But unfortunately the enemy team has pushed mid here, which is good by them, so they have priority of this, and this is like again like pretty risky. Like, they really just need to concede this, I think. Like, Nocturne's not here. This is 5 people walking in. Like, I know Broxah's doing the right thing, but, like, you know, there's literally... He just doesn't have enough damage to kill, like, 4 people right now. At the end of the day, Elise can only do, like, can only target 1 champion. So, Nocturne is TPing here. Lucian wasn't in this fight at all, so this looks like it's going to go pretty bad for all them. Alright, so they do kill 3, but they get aced, meaning that these guys are going to 2-man Baron. I think these guys should be able to get it. Timers are pretty long at this stage. Yeah, it looks like they get it. So, back on the back foot now. Just going to have to wait out this Baron, defend it. Alright, so going bot side now just to clear his jungle camps. There's nothing really for him to do right now but clear his jungle camps, make sure the enemy team's not countering them. Alright, looking to help Veigar push out this, looking for another pick. But unfortunately the team's actually collapsing behind them right now, so this is potentially a sticky situation. Alright, actually goes on the Lee Sin here. And gets the kill. So, I mean, this is like where like Elise is, like, again, really strong point. Just sitting in bushes, waiting for someone to walk in, and then just cocooning them, so... So he's just protecting his Veigar. He's not showing on the Camille at all. He's just waiting for Lee Sin to come here. And there's just no way that he can just like... Once an Elise gets like that damage off, like, it's just really, really strong. So, really, really good pick from Broxah there. Sort of slowing down their Baron a little bit. They do kill 2 as well. The team kills Janna as well. But looks like the team's dying here. So Broxah decides just to push out mid. Make sure that they're not going to get 2 inhibs. Only potentially 1. Comes to tries to defend this, but it looks like this is gone. There's not much they can do. They have Baron buff. Alright, so they are 6k gold down right now, so and still have some Baron left over. Still potentially sticky situation, but Broxah still has like 10 stacks of Magi, so he's definitely still going to have that one-shot potential, which is always a potential to still, you know, get back into this game. Like, all you need is one good pick into like a Baron, or like, you know, one good pick into like a win team fight. Alright, so teams fighting here. They do get the kill on Lee Sin. Broxah's just trying to flank, waste their time. Uses his repel and flash to get away. This Camille's starting to get really out of control. Alright, this is really good. They pop Camille's GA here, which is awesome in terms of team fights. But everyone's like pretty low. Everyone needs to base and stuff now. Looks like Camille actually might finish off everyone here. Alright, no, Nautilus is doing a good job to distract them. Alright, so 4th Dragon is actually coming up right now. And Nocturne decides to stay and take this, which I think is really, really good by him. This is now 4th Dragon for them, which will be the Ocean Dragon Soul. And it looks like they get a kill on the enemy AEDC here as well. So, bit of a throw from the enemy team there. They get the 4th Dragon, which is really good, but this Camille's way too strong for them to be able to kill her. And I think Broxah's going to die here, yeah. They just waste their time, which is good. Alright, so the enemy team doesn't have Baron anymore. Unfortunately, they do potentially actually might get this inhibitor now, especially if Lucian dies here. Alright, can these guys actually end here? Don't think, I mean obviously they don't end. Alright, they actually do a good job to kill the Elise in there, and the enemy team just decides to back off. Alright, so Broxah's back alive. Just looking to control stuff. He's going topside right now to control this. Like, it's going to be very hard for them to get Baron right now because they have obviously 2 inhibitors down, so the enemy team can literally just wait for the super creeps to push up. And yeah, so they're trying to use the only opportunity they have whilst Lee Sin's dead and they reset to try and get some vision control of Baron, but I don't think this is going to go well for them. Pushing out mid here. Camille is on the Nocturne here. This could be a dead Nocturne. Enemy team's trying to collapse on him. Nocturne actually does a really good job to survive. And we get the kill on Camille there. So this is actually really good getting that kill on Camille. Again, she didn't have GA from the earlier fight. But the enemy team is now going for Broxah. I mean for the Baron. And they actually get the pick. What happened there? They got a pick on... How did that happen? Okay, so Echo tried to go ham on Vega, and he just literally walked into their entire team. So they literally killed mid and top. I don't think they can get Baron here. Nocturne TPs. So we get a free... We kill 3 of the enemy team. Lee Sin's dead. And we take Baron. Alright, so inhibitors spawning now. We're back into the... Back to an even game, but obviously Broxah's team has a bit of an advantage with Baron buff right now. Inhibitors spawned. Looking to push out mid so we can start pressuring. Let's see where they decide to siege. I guess we still need to... I mean, we have like literally like 1 tower in this game right now. So we really need to start breaking towers. Alright, so a bit of a team fight's breaking out here. Broxah just sitting back. Not committing to anything. Nocturne goes in, but does have GA. Alright, well, enemy ADC is dead, which should be mean with this Baron a pretty free inhibitor. Camille's GA is back up, so they still need to be careful here. Especially with Echo's AoE damage on ult. Maybe just need to back off. So Broxah walks up here just to get... So whenever you Baron up a minion wave, like you want to be standing close to it because it gives it the speed. So Broxah is just doing that. So then the enemy minion wave can come quicker to the tower. Alright, so we still use the death timer on the enemy of Philios, and we get the inhibitor, and we get another kill on Lee Sin, which is really, really good. So right now, Elder Dragon's coming up. This is really good. Lee Sin's dead. It's 4 versus 5. They have this Rift Scuttler here and control of bot side. So they're now going for this dragon. Alright, they're trying to contest 4 versus 5, but this probably won't work out well in terms of numbers disadvantage. And that is probably game here. So you get the dragon there, and then the enemy team surrenders. So really good game from Broxah in terms of getting those early dragons. Like, I think that really was what got them to win this game. And just like, he didn't stress. He didn't be like, oh, like I got to carry, like I'm fed, like I got to go walk in. Like he just sat back, just cleared his camps, make sure he wasn't getting counter jungled, stayed efficient. Like he had 190 CS. Like even though like his Lee Sin's team was technically ahead most of the game, he still was consistent with farm, just always going to be strong with that presence. And also notice the way that Broxah was playing, like in the rivers, just waiting for picks. Like that's where Elise is strong. She, at the end of the day, she's not going to run into a team fight and just kill 5 people. She needs to sit there, be patient, you know, be like a spider, which she really is. So I hope this review is helpful. You can check out my full notes over on my blog, nathanbot.gg. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or anything you want clarified from this review. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.